Hello, Super Sleuths. I'm Gumshu, and I'll be your Deck Detective. Deck Detective is a series in which every week I play and discuss a new deck. This week, we're looking at ABC Therion, an old deck that has gotten some new tools plus its core boss monster released from the ban list entirely. ABC is a deck of Light Machine Union monsters that retrain Kaiba's beloved XYZ deck from the modern era. Or, well, what was modern in 2016. Centered around assembling a Assault Core, B-Buster Drake, and C-Crush Wyvern into ABC Dragon Buster. The release of Therions, or more specifically Therion King Regulus, they get an Omni Negate and an Extender all in one, and with its beloved Union carrier still kicking in Master Duel, we've got the makings of a fun and unique comeback for an old favorite. With that, let's get into the list. Here's the list, and while this list is fairly UR-friendly outside of staples, every single playable ABC and Light Machine Union support is SR or higher. They printed so many bad Bylon cards in Dual Terminal that they didn't dare put in high rarity, so they just made ABC suffer as a result. There is a grand total of one card in the main deck that is lower than super rare, and it's Psyframe Driver. Finally, if you're viewing this on the day it was uploaded and you want to see this deck live, I'm streaming my run on DK's Meta weekly with this list in my Discord VC at 4 p.m. EST, so check that out if you're interested. Now getting into the list, we have a Psyframe Driver in the 2 Gamma, 3 Max C, 3 Ash Blossom, and then the ABC pieces, 2 A Assault Core, 3 B Buster Drake, and then 2 C Crush Wyvern. They all have the same union effect of equipping themselves to a Light Machine Union monster you control, or to equip it, or you can unequip it and special summon. A monster equipped with this effect is unaffected by your opponent's monster effects except its own, and if it would be destroy a battle card effect, you can destroy the card instead. And then A, if it's sent to graveyard, adds a Union monster from graveyard to hand. B, if it's sent from graveyard, add a Union monster from deck to hand. And then C, if you sent from field to graveyard, specials a Union from hand. It might seem weird that we're not maxing out on these, but you don't actually need 3 pieces. They're not very great to draw on their own, aside from B, which is the best one that searches. So you don't really need 3 of them. Union Hanger is really the only 1-card combo here. Photon Orbital, if it's equipped, you can send it to graveyard to add a Photon or Galaxy monster, which searches 3 Galaxy Soldier. You can send another Light monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon it from your hand, and then if it's special summoned, you can add a Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand, including itself. Union Driver, you really do not want to draw this one. While it's equipped to a monster, you can banish this equip card, equip 1 level 4 lower appropriate Union monster from your deck to the monster that this card is equipped to. Basically, it's meant to get around the restrictions of cards like Union Hanger, Unauthorized Reactivation, and Union Carrier. Next up, we have Therion King Regulus. You can target a Therion monster, machine monster in your graveyard, special on this card from your hand, and if you do, equip that monster to this card. And if your opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, you can send a Therion monster card from your hand or face up field to the graveyard to negate that effect. Really good. It's the deck's Omni Negate, newly printed in the most recent selection pack. Terraforming to search 3 Union Hanger. When this card is activated, you can add a Light Machine Union monster from your deck to your hand. Once returned, if a Light Machine Union monster is normal special into your field, you can target one of those monsters, equip an appropriate Light Machine Union monster with a different name, your deck to that monster. The Union monster you equipped cannot be special in this turn. So basically, you activate Union Hanger, search B, normal B to equip Union Driver from deck, Union Driver banish, equip A, summon A, and then link it to Union Carrier. 2 Therion Disc Coliseum. When this card is activated, you can search a Therion monster, in this case Regulus. Once per turn, if your monster would be destroyed by battle, you can send a Therion card or 1 Endless Engine RG Rose System from your deck to the graveyard instead. And once per turn, when a monster is destroyed by battle to the graveyard, you can target a Therion monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 2 Called by the Grave, 3 Unauthorized Reactivation. You can target a machine monster you control, equip 1 appropriate machine Union monster from your hand or deck to that monster. The Union monster you equipped cannot be switched on this turn. 1 Droplet and 2 Imperm. And then in the extra deck, we have 3 ABC Dragon Buster. Must first be special summoned from the extra deck by banishing the above cards you control or from your graveyard, not using polymerization. And once returned, quick effect, you can discard a card and then target a card on the field, banish it, and then during your opponent's turn, you can tribute this card to target 3 of your banished Light Machine Union monsters, different names, A, B, and C, and special summon them. A Cyber Dragon Nova and Infinity, for your Galaxy Soldiers if you already have Regulus in rotation, or Infinitrack Riverstormer to search Regulus if you don't have Regulus in rotation. There's a Zeus for niche cases, a Nightmare Phoenix, a Platinum Gadget, cannot be used as Link material for the turn of this Link summon. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower machine monster from your hand to the zone this card points to, and then has another effect, it doesn't really matter. An IP Masquerena, a Union Carrier, 2 monsters with the same type or attribute, cannot be used as Link material, though in turn it is Link summoned. You can target 1 face-up monster you control, equip 1 monster to it from your hand or deck with its same original type or attribute. The equipped monster gains 1000 attack. If you equipped it from the deck, you cannot special summon monsters with the equipped card's name for the rest of this turn. Nightmare Unicorn, an Appaloosa Bow the Goddess, an Access Code Talker, and an Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. Whew! Now that we've done the card by card, let's play some games. We'll play 2 games, one in which I win that I commentate over, and one in which I lose that I commentate over. The game is afoot. It's rollout time. This game aims to show the simple combo behind the deck. We've opened Union Hanger, the best card in the deck, and we activate it to search B Buster Drake. We normal B, then use Union Hanger's effect to equip it with Union Driver from deck, Driver effect to banish, and equip A Assault Core from deck, A effect to summon out, then we link B and A into the link 2 Union Carrier. Chainlink 1B, Chainlink 2A. That resolves. And then A adds back the B. And then B searches for another B since we already have the C in hand. Next, the Carrier effect to equip Orbital from deck. Use Orbital's effect to send itself to graveyard to search Galaxy Soldier. Then Galaxy Soldier effect, pitching B to summon out. Then Galaxy Soldier effect to search another B, Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier effect, pitching C. Then overlay into Infinitrack River Stormer. And that is the closest we will get to playing Earth Machine on this channel. Infinitrack effect to search Regulus. Then Regulus effect, equipping B from graveyard to summon itself out. B effect to summon out. Then we use B and Stormer to link into IP Masquerena, using B to search a copy of A. Banish A, B, and C from the graveyard. Summon ABC Dragon Buster. Then set called by and pass. Our opponent draws and immediately concedes. So in a world where we go first, open a good hand, and our opponent has bad cards, we win every game. Unfortunately, we do not live in that world. Our opponent is going first, and they lead off with Branded Opening, pitching Tragedy to summon a Looper. Got an Ash in hand, and you should all know now what to hold that for against Branded. Tragedy effect searches Ad Libitum, and then a Looper searches Branded and Red, signaling that they already have Branded Fusion in hand. They move to main, and fire Branded Fusion. Or rechain Ash Blossom, and it resolves. Ash negates the Branded Fusion, and then they set 1 and pass. We draw Max C for turn, and we don't actually have a Buster piece. However, reactivation can equip one from deck to a Galaxy Soldier, since they are a light machine. We activate Disc Coliseum to search Regulus, then Soldier pitch Soldier, and then try to search another Soldier, which they Ash. Bummer. But that's okay, we didn't have another light machine anyway. I activate Regulus, targeting Soldier in grave, which they chain Branded in red to. Branded in red resolves, they add back Tragedy, then fuse away a Looper, Tragedy, and Ad Libitum to summon Guardian Chimera. Then Regulus summons out. Chain 1 Chimera, chain 2 Tragedy, chain 3 Ad Libitum, target a Looper, and fearing for Regulus's life, I chain Regulus to get some value out of him, negating Ad Lib. However, now that they can pop the only light machine target I have, I try something with reactivation, chaining it to Regulus. In theory, if I equip a B directly from deck, the Union property of it will protect Soldier if they try to pop it. Then B can search A or C, which I can normal summon. They Tragedy search an Looper, and then unfortunately, they catch on to this, and just pop Disc Coliseum. And since reactivation prevents me from summoning the piece it equips, I'm left with just the Soldier on board, making me packs with a Max C and a Dream. They draw, normaling a Looper to search Fusion, and then on activation of Branded Fusion, I chain Max C, to which they chain Crossout. And on Crossout, I concede, knowing that Mirror Jade banish Soldier, then attack with a Looper, Mirror Jade and Chimera is already lethal. We're back, and this deck is interesting. There are hands that feel unstoppable, that can crush boards and do amazing combos, but then there are hands that are as fragile as glass or just brick altogether. We've done our investigation, now let's get into the closing argument. Verdicts are the same as usual. Going by predicted expected ranking, Law-Abiding Nursing Home Resident is below Platinum, Harmless Delinquent is Platinum, Lone Wolf is below Diamond, while Public Enemy number 1 is Diamond 1. Now up for judgment, ABC Therion. The deck has a lot going for it. The combo puts up a good board. If things go well, you can end on Buster, plus Regulus, plus either Cyber Dragon Infinity or IP Masquerena, which can either be Unicorn, Appaloosa, or Underworld Goddess. Multiple negates and or non-destruction removal on the opponent's turn is a respectable board. Dragon Buster is as good as ever. Having it back at 3 means this deck can grind way better than it could before, and summoning back all of its materials makes link climbing for follow-up trivial. Finally, Regulus feels tailor-made for the deck. Getting to just summon what it equips for free almost feels like cheating, and alongside being a good inboard piece, it also works well going second, being a big body and trading for an opponent's interaction with its effect. While maxing out on it can be clunky due to it not being light attribute, it's a card that is insane for the deck, and potentially worth playing even more copies of. The deck does come with problems though. It is the same problem as ever. It's bricky. Union Hanger is the only one-card combo in the deck, so you'll find a lot of hands where you have too many Buster pieces or no way to a Buster piece. Also, Driver being a hard guard in some hands is really, really, really annoying. 2. This deck is fragile. While an early Infinity or Regulus can help insulate you, there are a lot of hands where removing Union Hanger or negating Union Carrier can stop you entirely. And finally, since all of its interactions is with monsters, cards like Forbidden Droplet, Nibiru, or Maxi can be major blowouts against you, especially if you don't open earlier insulation. All in all, it's a somewhat inconsistent, yet surprisingly powerful competitor. That's why this deck gets a Lone Wolf ranking. Thank you for watching. If you would like more guidance on how to make this deck work from people who have played the deck more than me, I highly recommend the ABC or Therion Discord server in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype repository, or the ABC channel in the Master Duel Meta Discord server. If you liked this video, consider liking and subscribing to me. And also comment below what you liked, what you think needs improvement, or tell me my list was garbage. Also, check me out on Twitter, where I follow other VTubers and Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, as well as post updates on my thoughts, and Twitch, where I stream Master Duel rank climbs, other Master Duel or Yu-Gi-Oh! Related content, and other games. Also, if you would like to discuss my content or Yu-Gi-Oh! In general with other like-minded people, consider joining my Discord, linked in the description. Thank you, and have a good day.